The original promise was revolutionary for professional athletics, yet the reality is now a harsh financial burden, impacting the lives of many athletes. As the summer of 2024 approached, acclaimed former Olympic gold medal sprinter Michael Johnson gathered at a restaurant in downtown Los Angeles, the venue chosen for a significant announcement. With excitement in his voice, Johnson proclaimed that he had successfully secured $30 million in funding for a groundbreaking new track league that aimed to transform the sport. He guaranteed a level of financial rewards never seen before in track and field. In a sphere where even the biggest names often struggle to make significant earnings compared to their counterparts in other professional sports, the launch of Grand Slam track represented a windfall of opportunity. Over one-third of the promised funds was designated specifically for prize money, which amounted to over $3 million per event. Remarkably, champions at each of the league's 4 contests were set to earn $100,000, an amount quintuple the winnings of first-place finishers in other major international circuits. In addition, the 48 athletes who committed to the league would receive a consistent annual compensation as well as a share of revenue drawn from group licensing. However, just 14 months following Johnson's ambitious announcement and a mere 4 months after the inaugural meet took place in Jamaica, Grand Slam track found itself in dire financial straits. Many athletes and vendors remained unpaid, with Johnson revealing just last Friday that the organization faced a substantial cash deficit. According to one insider, this shortfall amounted to approximately $13 million owed solely to athletes, casting serious doubt on the future of the league and its potential to survive into a second season. The most heartbreaking irony in this situation is that we committed to ensuring timely and fair compensation for athletes, and now we're grappling with our ability to fulfill that promise, stated Johnson in a declaration shared on social media. Despite these setbacks, Johnson expressed ongoing optimism for the future of Grand Slam track. In conversations with 4 agents representing numerous athletes who have yet to receive payments from the league, many voiced deep skepticism about whether Grand Slam could attract the necessary investment to continue into a second season in 2026. One agent, while cautious, chose to reserve judgment, hoping for the best. "To our athletes, I want to be honest. The situation is bleak," the agent explained. "That said, they seem determined to honor their commitments, so we'll continue to hold on and wait for payment. If they don't, their own future is at stake too." Concerns stemming from this scenario extend beyond just the individual payments for the 3 meets held in Jamaica, Florida, and Philadelphia. Track and field professionals, including coaches and meet organizers, voiced worries about the broader implications of Grand Slam's financial difficulties. Should the league have succeeded in generating impressive viewership and enthusiastic crowds, it may have garnered interest from wealthy investors to inject much-needed funds into a sport often relegated to tight budgets when compared to other professional leagues. For many, this situation could serve as a major dissuasion for future projects in track and field. Noted Paul Doyle, a well-known athlete agent and founder of the American Track League, a professional circuit he has operated since 2014. While it's undoubtedly a challenging time for them, it's not entirely negative. There are lessons to learn. During the grand unveiling of Grand Slam track in 2024, Johnson was not only optimistic, but also realistic, acknowledging that seeing returns from the venture would require time and effort. "If an investor came to me pressuring for profitability in just 2 years, I would decline their offer because that's simply unfeasible," Johnson stated. "Our backers are in it for the long haul. They believe in the sustained success of this venture." The sustainability of the Grand Slam track initiative has come under scrutiny following the announcement that its final planned event for June was canceled. Athlete representatives received emails notifying them in July that they could expect compensation from the first event in Jamaica by the end of that month. However, with an official spokesperson announcing that Grand Slam was expecting incoming funds from investors while prioritizing athlete payments, frustrations have continued to mount. As of the latest updates announced on Friday, athletes had received only their appearance fees from the Jamaican event, and nothing further in the form of prize money. In his recent statement, Johnson pointed out that unforeseen circumstances disrupted their financial plans, including an investor withdrawing support. In our eagerness to resolve these issues quickly, we committed to unrealistic payment deadlines that we could not meet, acknowledged Johnson. This has understandably led to feelings of frustration and disappointment among athletes, agents, and vendors. I realize this erodes trust and may leave some doubting the viability of our vision. Therefore, we're not only looking to tackle the immediate financial crisis, but also implementing systems and forging partnerships to ensure this doesn't occur again in the future. Johnson elaborated that he has faced numerous obstacles both professionally and personally throughout his career, yet being unable to provide for athletes and partners in this context has represented one of his toughest challenges thus far. In the world of track and field, payment delays are common. In fact, they are often the norm. Athletes have sometimes experienced wait stretching over a year for their prize money. For instance, agents have pointed out that funds from as far back as the World Indoor Championships held in China earlier this year are still outstanding, largely due to delays associated with drug testing protocols. Organizers typically wait until doping confirmations are complete before processing payments, which can take anywhere from 10 to 30 days. Grand Slam Track's contract stipulated that drug testing should be finalized within 3 weeks following each meet, with payment obligations arising within 10 days of receiving clean drug test results. Such delays are far from unusual. Nevertheless, what set Grand Slam Track apart, according to one agent, was the prevailing belief that the promised $30 million was securely held in escrow, ready to fulfill financial obligations to athletes. Now, however, athletes are left waiting for updates via email from the Grand Slam organizers without clear answers. "We're not getting any direct responses," lamented one agent. "Though they insist our goal is to pay, the pressing question remains, when will payments actually occur?" This lack of clarity is unsettling for everyone involved. This situation raises challenging questions. Is it reasonable to expect new ventures in sports to provide prompt payments? Or is this inherent in the world of athletics? Where do we go from here? And how can we ensure that athletes receive the justice they deserve? Feel free to share your thoughts below. Do you believe Grand Slam Track is down for the count? Or can it still find a way to succeed?